Well, Mark Yates, well done. Where do you want to start?
Well, I didn't do anything to start with. I think you need to congratulate the group of players out there that put in after the first 20 minutes, when we showed them too much respect, we showed them we weren't competitive enough. Once we were on a goal down, and we decided to be a bit more aggressive, be a bit more competitive, start doing what we talked about before the game. Once we did that, we were excellent. Listen, they're a good side. They've got some good players. They move it around really well, and we had to dig in at times. Scottish made a couple of good saves, but we've had plenty of chances ourselves today, and to come back, 3-1 down with, I don't know what was left, 20 minutes to go. You think the tie's over, but they showed courage, they showed tremendous resilience, and a great game of football, to be fair.
And how much character does it take to come back from 3-1 down?
Yeah, it does, but 2 goals deficit. Burton showed us on Saturday that it can be done, so it's nice to see that within the camp. It's nice to see a bit of fighting spirit, and when they actually saw that when they got the 3rd goal. So if we're going to be successful, you need to be together, you need to be resilient, and they've shown that today.
And Byron Harrison, 2 more goals and 1 a penalty as well.
I thought he was outstanding. I thought he was shocking last week against Kidderminster Harriers, and I told him so. And whatever's happened in that last week, I think Neil's done a lot of one-to-one with him, and Neil can take a massive credit for that, because he's got into his head, and that's the player I signed. That's the player I knew I was signing. Byron's got to do it week in, week out now.
And also he seems to be linking up very well with Terry Gornell.
I thought Terry was superb, to be fair. I think Terry's been superb since the day he walked in the building. I thought on Saturday he was the best player on the pitch. And some of the stuff he does for us is real quality. So it's nice to have strikers who can. I want them to play with a smile on their face. I haven't seen Byron do that for a little while. I want to see him, little overs on the edge of the box. It didn't come off, but I'm just delighted that they even tried it, because when Byron's in a bit of a rut, he doesn't express himself like he did in the whole game today.
Do you now go into sort of professionalism mode and just think about recovery? Because obviously it's a long 120 minutes.
It is, yeah. We know what we're doing. We're sorted. We'll be asking for a big effort on Saturday, because we'll need to, because Chesterfield are a really good side. But we'll ask for a big effort off the players, and I have no doubt that they'll give me that. It's a tough place to go. We've got our backsides felt there a few times and got a good hammering. Cookies, I think they've got. For me, they've got one of the best squads in the league. And I hate playing against him, to be honest. So his teams. So we've got to be prepared to be resilient, tough, show some character. In fact, everything that we did tonight.
And obviously, there's the carrot of a bit of extra money for this competition. So now you're through to the 2nd round, and presumably that's going to help.
Thought about it. Listen, we threw. That's all I'm bothered about. I don't care about money. Obviously, that's great for the club. It's not. I wouldn't have thought it's too much in this competition. But listen, we've won a game of football, albeit after extra time. But lots of good stuff. Hopefully 1 or 2 bumps and bruises will be fine come Saturday.
And good news as well on Jamie Curtin. It could have been a lot worse. It's about as good as it can be, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I spoke to him before. I think he thinks he'll be back in 2 weeks. So I don't think that'll be the case, but I'm sure he'll do everything he can to be as quick as he can.
Thanks, Mark.
And obviously nobody wanted that to happen, but the fact that Terry's played as well as he has and Byron scored 3, is that pleasing for you, particularly with the strikers you've got?
Yeah, of course it's. You need goals in your team, and Byron's been a bit of a worry to me in the last couple of weeks, I'll be honest. But I asked him just to play with a smile on his face, play like I know he can play, and whatever's stopping him doing that, just release it and just go. And I thought he was unplayable today. I think they turned down £500,000 from McFadden last season, and he's absolutely battered him with the ball in the air, everything, and he's a top player.
Yep.
But Byron just showed today what he's about, and it's not a long time coming, but it's taken him a little time, and sometimes that happens, and we have to be patient with people. He's now shown us what he can do. He now has to show us what he can do Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, and so on. And we have to. He has to be like that week in, week out. And if he's that, Jamie Curzon don't get him a team.
Yeah, and he does score in patches, doesn't he? He goes through purple patches. If you can get that out of him the whole season, it will be a Tom Pope season for him, won't it?
Well, I hope so, because he's a smashing lad. He's got everything. He's just got to learn how. He's got to just get it out of him all the time and just not beat himself up. Today he was exceptional, along with Terry and along with all of them. They put in a hell of a shift. You know, Brownie weren't overworked, but a couple of tremendous saves. One in the second half, and one in the first half of extra time. Just belted at him from 10 yards away, and the save was different class.
Yeah. Steve Elliott came off. Did he have a little bit of tightness, or has he got an injury?
Just took a kick on his knee, so he was just. Oh, nearly took him off at the start of extra time. But we wanted to win the game. Stevie felt good. He was just. I think the lad landed on him when the lad went down in the box, so he should be fine.
Yeah. And the chairman, have you spoken to him about possible loan funds? Is that something you want to do?
I mean, no. Listen, I might do, but I'm not bothered about that in the slightest right at this moment in time. We've won a game. We just got to prepare properly. If I get another player, then if that allows me to get another player for a month or whatever, then great. But it's not right where I'm.
Yeah, it's not your biggest concern after that, is it? After
No,
that sort of
we've got good players on the bench. Performance. I've just got to ask for the same performance levels week in, week out now.
Yeah. Final question is about Zach. He's been offered a deal. Do you think that is all going to happen very quickly? Does it being any sort of problem?
I don't see it being an issue, to be honest, John.
Yeah. And he's come on again, and so shows how highly you rate him.
He can win you a game. He's got undoubted ability. You know, he showed that even the one little drag back where it just shows the confidence that the kid's got. He's 17. Like I say, it don't matter how old they are. If they're good enough, they'll be in and around my team.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark. Well done tonight.
Thanks, Mark.